Hey YouTube, Has64 here. I'm here with the deck profile for the new format. Now the reason I haven't made any videos for a while is because I haven't had the most impressive record of this format. Back in mid-March I started on running Injectors, and I consistently topped local tourneys, but I missed both of the regionals in our area. I took them to YCS Long Beach and then to Nationals, and that's where I discovered how terrible Injectors really are in America. They just don't really, they do great round one, but they're too easy to side against, and there's just better options here, honestly. Excuse me. I had a couple of videos prepared before each event, but the Injectors let me down each time, so I just decided not to post them, and eventually I just dumped the deck altogether. This format, I'm planning on multiple decks. The first one, which I've been test playing a lot, is Windups. I started using this deck shortly after I quit Injectors. I don't like it because of the hand loop, or because of the former hand loop, but because of how explosive the deck really is. I just like how much seed power it has. Now, Zimadi's limited to one, the hand loop is gone, but it still has access to some really powerful plays. The best of which is a first turn Shockmaster. Now before I show you the deck, I just want to go over the Shockmaster play. The first way to do it is with a combo of Magician and Shark. Normal summon Magician, revealing Shark, Magician's effect, grabbing another Magician, activate Shark lowering to 3, grab a Rat. Now Rat comes out in defense, so we need to get it back into attack mode. We exceed into Papillo Operative. Activate Papillo Operative. Switch Rat into attack. Activate Rat, bring back this Magician. The Shark is at 3, so exceed to Zimadi. Activate Zimadi. Grabbing Rabbit. Then, off of Zimadi's effect, activating Special with Magician for a third Magician. Banish Rabbit, activating this third Magician to grab another level 4. Seed. Into Shockmaster. Now, depending on what you're playing against and what is in your hand, what defenses you have, you'll probably call spells, but there's a possibility you might want to call monster effects. Calling spells gives you the most protection against Dark Hole and Heavy Storm, and if they don't clear this field, then you can game them next turn. Now the other way to do it is with a Shark and Tordide. Tordide. This is a maybe. Grab Magician. Off of Magician, reveal Shark. Search with Magician for another rank 4, and exceed into Shockmaster. This play isn't as powerful as the Magician Shark play. It doesn't guarantee you game like the Magician Shark play does, but I still think it's powerful enough that it warrants going into first turn if you have it, as long as you have any sort of backdoors to protect yourself. Alright, now onto the deck itself. Still play one Hunter, since it's a level 3, and it's the most important seeding level is level 3s to go into rank 3s. Hand control is still possible with the right hand if you have Magician and Shark, and for some reason you don't want to make the Shockmaster play, maybe it's improbable or something, you can still clear two cards out of their hand with Magician and Shark and go into a Zimadi. And randomly popping a card out of your opponent's hand if you have something useless like a dead Zimadi or something on the field by putting out this Hunter. I think it's still a good play. Triple Wind-Up Rabbit. Sorry. Wind-Up Rabbit. triple wind up rat, and triple wind up shark, obviously. 3 wind up magicians is a must to make the shark master play. It's the only way to do it with the magician shark combo, and it's really very consistent, really. Also, the last wind up is a soldier. It is an invoker play. Yeah, I can use invoker as a second Zenmaity almost when I need a rank 4 or 5. And it also allows me another level 4 to grab for the Sharkmaster play without having to waste it on Shark or Magician. Double Tordide and Sandan. I've considered playing a Tor bus for recycling, but I really see no point in using it. It's on its own, it's a dead draw, and there's really no point in running a replacement for Tordide. The second Tordide summon isn't that important. It is, it's very powerful, but the main thing you lose when you lose that third Tordide is the consistency of drawing 3 Tordides. Of having 3 Tordides in the deck and being able to draw one. So I just don't see the necessity of playing a replacement for Tordide. I think 2 will do just fine. It's not that much of a dead draw. In this deck, because it is a level 3, even if I have a wasteful one, I have this very broken card called Wind Up Rabbit, which can sit on the field very easily. So the possibilities of me dead drawing a Tordide are low, but if I do, I can still play it. Not very well, but I still can. So I just don't really see any worries about playing just 2. And finally, Double Veiler. Spells are 2 Wind Up Factories, 2 Instant Fusions, because they help perpetuate, excuse me, they help perpetuate seeds, and seeds are one of the most important aspects of the deck. Staple spells, Reborn, Book, Dark Hole, Heavy, Triple MST. Traps, Double Torrential, 2 Mirror Force, although I'm thinking I'd rather play Dimensional Prison. I'm not sure, so that's something I'll have to test play. Double Call the Haunted helps with perpetuating those Seed summons, and it's very broken with Sandan and Rabbit. Solemns, and finally a Starlight Road for protection against all these mass destruction cards this meta. I'm thinking Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Double Mirror Force, Double Torrential. It'll be very devastating, and I think the Starlight Road will be very necessary for this format. Or a single Starlight Road, I'm sorry if I said double. For the extra deck, my one's a Zenmaity. Invoker pulls out Soldier, which helps me make a rank 4 or rank 5 if I need it. If I have Shark, I think it's still... I've liked it so far as I've used it. It helps me to go into rank 5s, and I love going into rank 5s. They're extremely powerful, so I see no issue with playing it other than it's taking up room. So I might drop it, but I don't believe I will need to. But if I need to make room, this isn't the most important card, so I might drop it. Double Zen mains, Leviair, Acid Golem, Maestroke, Papal Operative, Shockmaster, Zenmayo, Tyrus, and Adris, Fusionist, and Flame Swordsman for my instant fusions, and Stardust Dragon for my Starlight Road. That's all for this deck. I haven't prepared a side deck yet. I don't know what I'm going to be siding in this format, so I'm going to have to test some. I'll see what cards I think are most important to side. I think Thunder King Rao will be one of the best side cards this format, just because all the searchability of stuff like gadgets and high radix, and without Injectors being a major threat, I just think Thunder King will be amazing. Next week, I have another deck that I'm working with. I'm going to practice with at locals. If it works out the way I want it to, I'll post a deck profile of it. It's Plant Synchro. I'm hoping I'm working on it, and I'm hoping it'll do really good in this format. I hope you enjoyed this video. Before I go, I'd like to do a shout out to my friend Sean. You guys might know him as Adrian Shakir. He made 5th at Nationals, and I just wanted to direct some more attention to his channel, Tomato719. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week, hopefully.